Yo, it's long overdue, but one of the most animated characters in hip hop finally gets his own action figure. And yup, Del the Funky Homosapien, welcome to the collection and welcome to No Hype. So what I have in my hands today is the Del the Funky Homosapien action figure, officially licensed by Hip Hop Toys, and this thing is really dope. This is a 6-inch non-articulated art toy / action figure that is hand painted and released by Hip Hop Toys. And the artwork on the blister card is inspired by Del the Funky Homosapien's second album, No Need for Alarm, which was the follow-up to his first album, which Ice Cube helped produce, called I Wish My Brother George Was Here in 1991. This came out in 93, and it probably has some of the most recognizable album art from Del the Funky Homosapien, if we're not counting Deltron 3030. Now, I can't front, Del the Funky Homosapien to me was one of the first cats that had such a crazy, like outlandish animated style that was just really so off the wall, but just so on point and so dope that it was just undeniable. And that's probably why to this day Del still has a really big cult following. I mean, even when you look at Del, he's always just been in his own world, on his own shit, you know, like Del is just undeniably just one of those irreplaceable and unique cats from the hip hop culture. And I'm really happy to see that they finally were able to release an action figure, because I'm gonna be honest, it's way long overdue. Del Ben should have had an action figure. Now, Hip Hop Toys did release this, and if you're watching this, the release date is September 6th, so make sure to go cop that. There's no official number of these announced. Usually they make around 100 of these when it comes to collaborations with other hip hop acts, but this one, I'm not quite sure. They're also releasing a watch, a G-Shock watch, which I do not have. I'm not a big G-Shock watch guy, but they really do make some really dope collaborative watches with some of these hip hop legends. And it's coming out with this, and I believe if you wanted to buy this by itself, it's 110 bucks. If you're looking to cop it with the watch, you're looking at $320 for the set. And one other thing, it's being released to commemorate 30 years since his second album. That's crazy. I mean, Del and the whole Hyro crew are just, man, they're just some of the best out there when it comes to like super dope beats, lyrics, storytelling. And I felt like Hyro crew was kind of like the West Coast Wu-Tang for me when I was a kid coming up. And just by sheer numbers of having a bunch of dudes in one group, they were just completely different sonically, but they also shared like this crazy dope brotherhood in common. And now that I think about it, I may be mistaken, but I don't really recall any crazy beefs or anything within the Hyro crew. They've always been such a tight-knit crew, and I could be mistaken. You know, I don't know everything about everything, but I can't think of anything crazy between them. Now, as far as the figure's concerned, Del is legit wearing the same outfit off the cover. You got the gray hoodie, got some Vans on, some black jeans, got the cap, got the nose ring. They made sure to include the nose ring, and he's holding some sort of drum that he was holding on the cover, which, you know, it's funny. I never even noticed that he was holding some sort of a drum or tabla or something. I'm not sure what that is. If you know, just drop it in the comments. As far as the sculpt and the detail on this, it's pretty good. I mean, it's not my favorite one from Hip Hop Toys, but it's far from the worst. I think in the world we live in right now, where like you can print and paint and make a toy, there's a lot of cats doing it with a lot of crazy detail, and there's a lot of competition. So, you know, everybody, including me and my BAP crew, are on this real like mission to make things as close as we can to the original. And they did a pretty good job of doing this. I usually cover resale value, and as of right now, this thing has not even dropped yet. And if you're watching the video, it just dropped. So there's no resale for this currently, but they will be hand numbered. And I am curious to see how many of these will actually end up being made. And I'm definitely heavily tuned into the space. I'm dying to see what other hip hop toy makers are releasing, because I support it all. That's about it for this episode of No Hype. Thank you for watching. And if you're new to the channel, you already know what to do. Hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, and make sure to stay tuned for more dope and rare hip hop collectibles, y'all. Peace.